If you lose your curiosity, you'll stop learning. That's a quote by Katherine Johnson, recently portrayed in the thrilling movie Hidden Figures, where she is portrayed as a brilliant mathematician along with two other mathematicians/engineers whose tireless efforts, calculations, and brilliance help to propel NASA forward and make us number one in the space academy, in the space industry in the world. Katherine Johnson's figures were used when John Glenn and Alan Shepard went up in space. She's that important. But I think about the importance that she says in terms of the connection between curiosity and learning, and a word that I love to use, history, and its significance. Hello, I'm Carole Copeland Thomas, and I have been a diversity professional for 30 years. And now more than ever, it's important for our society, our country, to look at those connections between curiosity, learning, education, and history, all history in the United States in particular, so that we can move forward in terms of racial healing. If we don't look at the curiosity factor, the educational factor, the learning that has taken place, that needs to take place, coupled with the significance of going all the way back in the history of the United States and putting all of those components together so that we can have meaningful dialogues and discussions, painful dialogues that are long overdue, but discussions that will help us to break ground and to learn more about each other cross-culturally so that we can really have a permanent sense of racial healing. And if we don't do that, if we skirt the subject, if we do a very superficial job, if we just not even talk about the past because it's painful, or I wasn't here, my ancestors weren't here, and so therefore I don't necessarily count in terms of the blame game or the accountability that is necessary in terms of looking at racial equality and discrimination at the same time. If we don't go back in time and really look at the historical relevance of each and every one of us, the incidences, the policies, the legislation that took place in 1958 in the case of Harriet Catherine Johnson, in the case of Harriet Tubman, Richard Allen, Frederick Douglass, and so many other great patriots, African American patriots, who gave their all to make this country better. If we don't look at the historical relevance of that, it's going to be difficult for us to permanently sustain a sense of racial healing. So the work that I do really gives me the perspective that's needed to understand that we really have a lot of discussion that's needed. We have to talk to each other about the tough stuff, about the things that make us happy, the things that make us upset or concerned, and looking historically at events and activities and famous people, both good and bad, and how all of that contributed to the United States of America. And so I'm hoping that this particular initiative that is so important, racial healing, will lead us to propel our sense of curiosity and leadership and education and sort of twirl it and pull it together from a sense of historical presence, both past, present, and future, so that racial healing will be with us long after we're gone and will be a constant reminder of how we are intertwined with each other, how we need each other, and how we must learn from each other each and every day. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel on the link below, like this video, and leave a comment. Don't forget to check out my Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter pages. And visit me on the web at CaroleCopelandThomas.com. That's Carole with an E, CopelandThomas.com.